Hi, everyone. It's Linda G coming to you from Northern California. It's going to be in the 90s today. We got a hot week up ahead. I hate hot weather. Fortunately, I have air conditioning and I love to lay in my house with the air conditioning on. So, there's a couple of things I want to do. I have excellent questions from you guys, and I thank you for the questions. But I just want to tell you something. On receiving what it is you want, I know a lot of people do videos of how you make something happen in your life. There's all kinds of advice out there. But I want to tell you that intention is probably the most important thing that you do in order to receive what it is you want from the universe. It's like actors, okay? A lot of people want to be, I used to want to be in show business. But I wanted to be in show business because I was all into the fame and fortune. Um, and that's not how when you intend, you have a creativity or an ability to do something. Your intention has to be, and you don't have to be Christian or anything like, but it needs to be related to your well-being and to the well-being of others. So there's so many good people out there that want to do to help animals, that want to help children, um, good things come to those who wait. And a lot of people who were starving in show business or artists, painters, had nothing, lived poverty stricken, but they did what they loved and they enjoyed it. And then when it got picked up universally, connection that happened, it was just flowing, just flowing. So look at your intention. I mean, you can ask, oh, dear God, please send me somebody in my life, but you've got to show what the intention is. It should be more like, I really like to be able to share my life with someone. You know, you don't have to do Gerard Butler like me. I'm just teasing with that anyway. It if you put too many things on it, like they need to be this, they need to be that, no, 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 it's not going to work. Intention should be about what it is you want for the well-being, not only of yourself, but others. Like I always wanted to be in show business, but I did a couple of behind the scenes television and movies, and it's really boring. And I don't think I was talented enough to lay in it. So you have to be able to sacrifice that comfort energy. You have to be able to say, I'm focused on this and I want this to happen. So people who do a lot of depression and stuff aren't connected to their real self. They're too busy overthinking and out there. I don't know how else to tell people this, but it's true because I used to suffer from great depression. Sadness isn't a match to well-being. So if you're always in sadness, and take deep breaths and ask the room to show you the way. Like they did, they told me I was going to do this YouTube channel. You couldn't have paid me to believe I'd get over 100 people. What a shock that was when it took off. But their intention, as they told me, was you will help others calm themselves. So I'm telling you right now, if you're really dying for something to happen in your life, take a breath and step back and quit being so fanatic. Because the more fanatic you get about it, the less likely it's going to occur because you're interrupting well-being. You have to be in that well-being and you have to be in that generosity for all. And just wait your turn, stand in line. There you go. That's what I'm talking right there, right there. That's what I'm talking. So I just wanted to bring that up because it's a tough world out there, and I understand why people are struggling. But the best you can, tell the universe, thank you, even if it's terrible. I know that sounds crazy. But thank you. And I know everything will work out. And it does. It does work out if your intention is pure. So you can't say, oh, I want to be a famous actress. I want to win an Academy Award. That's how I went in it. And of course, nothing was going to happen. I had that focus. I thought, oh, it's bound to happen because I used to dream, watch the Academy Awards and dream. That's not about being connected to source. That's about ego. So make sure you have your ego in check. That's all I gotta say. All right. And I told you guys I saw Lulu the other day. I was walking in my patio and I was watering my plants. And sort of turned towards the screen door. And there she was standing looking out the screen door. And I thought, oh, why doesn't she come through the doggy door? And then I realized, oh my God, it's Lulu. Jack was with me. And I saw her briefly and I thanked her for coming. So that's my first one. I've saw Moochie many times. Uh, you guys sent me some good questions. I got Franklin D. Roosevelt the other day. I've been watching that Tom Hanks series on the History Channel about World War II. Oh my God. Between the Japanese and the Germans and the things they did to human beings. And then he was even talking about when they fought the Japanese in the Philippines and stuff. You had to do terrible things, which I know what he meant, because if a Japanese was injured but not dead, they made play dead, and then as soon as you walk by, they was going to kill you too. So you had to like double kill, if you know what I mean. It was just so tough. And then the other thing that I thought was really interesting about about what they did to initially before the gas chambers, what they did to the poor Jews that they had gathered up all over, millions and millions, France, you name it. There was Jews, and they gathered them all up. He wanted to exterminate them. And initially, they killed millions by shooting. And apparently, the soldiers that were doing this, every day they had to go out and shoot and shoot and shoot women, children. It was taking a huge toll on the soldiers. They weren't able to, which I can see, taking other human lives. Even though they thought they wanted to do this, it was very hard on him. And that's when he had someone else, I can't remember the name, to think of another way to do this. That's when they started the ovens. You know, all those souls, all those souls, they can never take your soul, you guys. All those. And did you see who's that famous physicist, astrophysicist? He's very funny. He's a black guy. I saw him once in person. He was talking about what happens. I guess he wants to be buried and he wants his body to be sucked up by the soil and go back into making this and that. He went through the whole thing, but he talked about if you get cremated. And he said when you get cremated, your whatever is in your body goes up into he said if you've been dead so many years, then you're up in the such and such planet area. And it was like so cool. I'll be sure to I'll try to find it and post it on my thing. I thought, oh, because I'm planning on being cremated. Okay, here we go. PEC, and I was reading about that screw worm, and it's really just so sad because Elon cut the funding, so they weren't checking up on it. They had it going, they had it done. And now it's in Texas with the cattle. And one of the ways they killed it off before was they let out a whole bunch of sterile screw flies, males, millions of them sterile. and then they just died off. So how bad is the screwworm thing going to get? At first, I didn't realize it was a little worm that really screwed you because I thought they were talking about the White House. But anyway, no, I'm joking. Will they be able to eradicate this yet again? Yeah, they're gonna have to spend some money on it, which he hates. Might be this fall they'll come up with something. People are gathering, wanting to take care of this. Some people might even put their own money. You might have some scientists that decide, yeah, let's just make up a whole bunch of sterile screwworms. It's going to get a little tough. It's going to affect our cattle. But the cycle will change. By next February, we're probably doing much better. Winter time, which helps. I guess they can't get around in winter. Victory after burden. So we might not get this totally uncontrolled until July of next year, but I see it beginning. So what you think about Plattner? Didn't I tell you? Didn't I tell you? Oh, hell to the yes. And, you know, they have some questions. Oh, Trump is saying he's the worst candidate ever. He's this and he's that. And it's like, have you looked in the mirror? You're the worst ever. But it's a beautiful thing. So I listened to his speech. Now, please God, don't make him another John Fetterman. But I listened to his speech and the things he was saying, I can understand totally why these main people are like, this guy's our guy. He really wants this big money out of the house. We need to take care of our own. Susan Collins ended up being super rich and blah, blah, blah. But, and I don't know, entertainment purposes only, but nobody seems to be bringing it up on the news, but someone wrote on one of those Blue Sky or something. Apparently, the guy she's married to now, she had an affair with when he was still married and his wife was dying of cancer. So, okay. Now we're going to do, will Section 224 of the National Defense Appropriation Act be removed? It ties the U.S. and Israel. And, and did you see Netanyahu? Oh, y'all need to figure out where we're going to put these Palestinians. No, y'all need to figure out where you're going to move to. They're still being really cruel. He's going pretty soon, so. But let's see if Section 224. When you do your prayers for help of what you need to do or go forward with your life, give out control. Tell them you put it in their hands and try not to overthink it. Don't keep going back to it. I remember years ago when I would do readings and, I believed in God and stuff, but I wasn't like Bible thumping or nothing. And I remember saying, think of God as a master computer. And when you input into that computer, you focus and input to get what you want. It'll output what you need. But when you keep changing your mind or when is it coming or blah, blah, that's when you interrupt the circuit. That's when you can't get what you want. It's very easy to say it that way, but that's exactly what it is. You also have to be in grace for what you do have. Dr. Surfer Chicken. I really feel myself that 224 is going to be kicked off the table ASAP, but let's double check. I think Netanyahu is going to be gone before everybody's sworn in January. And Ukraine is they're hitting Putin big time. It's a beautiful thing, you guys. Oh, and the stock market's really drops down 600 with the Dow. He just sits there and lies and lies. It's terrible. He had a press conference. I didn't even bother watching it. Yeah, a lot of people are upset about this. And can I tell you something? He This is not something they're not already doing. It's like they are already in there, but they're making it more legal. It's weird. I just got that. So eventually, yes, it'll be gone. It'll be cut out with another, and there's a new president coming in. There's somebody powerful coming in. This doesn't even mean president. It means a leader, but it could be the new leader of the House. If it's Jeffries, then so be it. But it's a new leader because Johnson over there telling people, yeah, we plan on getting rid of Social Security or we're going to do this and that. I thought next year we're going to, oh, hell no, dude, you're going to be gone by next year. That hell to the no. He's not going to be speaker anymore. It's going to be really bad. We're going to see them suffer. I even looked at Trump. I had the mute on. And I looked at him and he was talking and I saw where this is what I saw, and we'll see if it happens. I saw where even the media stops, because before it's our fault too. Everybody was jumping. What did he say? What an idiot. Everybody's trying to make money off his statements in the media. But I see people backing away and not caring what he says. And so it's like, whoa. Oh, see this shirt? I got this when I gave money to redo the slippers for the museum. Which museum was it? Smithsonian. Her slippers were falling apart. So I gave money and I was cleaning out a closet and I found it. Said, oh, it's all smashed up, but who cares? You guys don't care. So I definitely see that. And I see the damage is done because they're already in there. That's what I get. Okay. That's what I get. But I see him being just like a nothing burger. Nobody cares. And then he goes to that basketball game and he goes to sleep. And it's just, and now he's going to send ICE out to New York because he's mad because everybody booed him. But by the way, he didn't hear any boos. Boo! I love it. So anyway, he's on his way out, you guys. Don't you worry. Don't, this Iran thing. Now he started this and he doesn't take responsibility and he acts like they're doing something wrong to him. Okay, so will the no IRS audits of Trump's decision stand? Absolutely not. I think I talked about this on another show. Absolutely not. I see that big things happening. In fact, maybe even something written up, some sort of amendment that presidents of the nobody in office can decide, oh, the IRS can't look at me. All people get IRS hits. Will the insider trading of Congress eventually be held accountable? Absolutely. I don't know about being able to go back and hit the people, including Nancy Pelosi and Susan Collins, but I do see them stopping this, right? Cold in its tracks, can no longer do it. Will Trump flee to Argentina and join Peter Thiel? There might be talk about it, but I don't see him being able to do it. Will Trump get Kirsten Worker fired for Meet the Press interview? He wants them to fire her. I just heard that. Let's see. Who's this one from? Joyce. She stood her ground, God bless her, and she did nothing wrong. She said he called her a name. She said, "No, I'm not such." What proof do you have, sir? Where's the proof? Anybody can just see it. Well, we can see that you're a flaming worthless bag of you know what. Anybody can see it. Gas passing. I say that with all due respect, of course. Entertainment purposes only. God is good. Here's some more. Yeah, people are talking to her about his calls. It's not him calling, it's other people saying they want her gone. Yeah, look at all the trouble he's starting for her. She's under a lot of heat, you guys. Let's pray for her. Heartbroken. They're trying to cause something, you guys. I can't guarantee you she won't get fired, but I see a lot of heartache here. There's a particular man standing up for her. Would he sue her? Look at this outcome here. Some sort of justice, some sort of ending. She's not going to be gone long if she leaves. He might even put her on holiday and tell her to stand down. She wants to fight. She's not interested. She wants to fight. But would he actually turn around and think like the BBC? Did you see the BBC wouldn't let him drop his suit? And they said, no, we're not going to let you drop your lawsuit against us. But by the by, we need all your financial records to prove that you lost so many billions of dollars. Oh, trouble. And the other thing I heard today is a lot of these attorneys for the DOJ are getting ready to lose their law license. It's so egregious what they're doing in the courts and the lies. These judges, even Trump judges, are shocked that the knife, and they're like, what the heck? What are you doing? So and including that Blanche guy, he's going, you guys. His law license will be revoked. But Kirsten, hang in there, girlfriend. The outcome is you're going to be okay, but there's a lot of heartbreak here. I don't know if people are bombing her energetically or what. Because he still has his little percent. What is he down to 33% likability? Still has a little bit of people watching him. For the babies being born to immigrants in detention centers that you said would be deported, will they ever be reunited with their mothers? I see that they gave those babies up. I see that they maybe even put them up for adoption or something. Because a lot of these babies, there's a lot of babies that are born because they were assaulted by the guards at the detention center. There's a few babies that might get back with, but I see a good portion of them not being able to be found. Is there enough top military brass left in the Pentagon to control Hedgehog and Trump? Somebody's saying no to me. Is there enough top military brass left in the Pentagon to control? Hedgehog can't be controlled. When Trump said, go hit Iran, he was beyond scared. He was like, yay, like a little girl. You saw how he does that dance sideways. Okay, here we go. Yeah, the military's looking at this saying, this is just awful. This is just terrible, you guys. They just took another person off the books for the military who is a pilot, a female pilot. I think she's black, a black female pilot. Took her off so she's not accredited or given special attention. That's how they treat women. Let me tell you, they're about ready to be gone, baby, gone. No, but there will be something that takes place, maybe even the beginning next year. It could be while Trump is going down, and then the brass takes over and said, because Hedgehog is going to have to go. Okay, God, thank you guys for all these questions. This is wonderful. Hi, Linda, Deborah. I was wondering what the end of the year in 2026 will look like. Will people be relieved where 45 and his fellow followers are gone, replaced, so to speak? Perhaps people will be celebrating. Deborah, just focus out, girlfriend. Give it to the Lord. It'll take place. The end of the year. I see the Dems, I don't care what anybody says, wins by a landslide. I see Dems winning. I see Collins out. I'll take a look at Lindsey Graham. His people still voted for him. But right now, Plattner, even though other people were against him, still got more votes than Susan Collins. Okay, year 2026. We got some big stuff coming up next month in July. I think Ness talked about it. Ooh, justice is being served, you guys, on a hot plate. Raking in your just rewards, people walking away. Oh, and this FIFA or whatever, this soccer thing is going to be a big bust. Still some evil around though. We're getting stronger, but we still got to fight some evil. There's some evil there. But look at karmically, we're going in the right direction. Okay. Obviously, DJT, this is Belinda, has no shame. You can see he smiles being booed at. I think he has hearing problems too. I saw he was standing there saluting, and the booing was so loud. And he just, and then he was on the Jumbotron, and people were booing at the Jumbotron. And then they took that down and went back to the singer. And people were clapping because it was the singer. And I guess his granddaughter was behind him, but she starts clapping too. Yeah, he's not, he just walks with this ugliness. It's almost like this darkness has taken over him. I know the World Cup, I told you guys way back when this is going to be a nothing burger. They're not letting Iranian people come to watch their team. It's just really ugly. It's just not going to work out. Some bigwig, some guy had to go back to his country. They wouldn't let him through. Was it Colombia or something? He's a professional referee. Yeah, they need to go. And then apparently they held back tickets so they could make the price higher. And then now that the tickets are out, they can't sell them. Like 121,000 tickets. Don't worry about these centers that are going up, because I see so many lawsuits happening. I told you this in my last one, and I see shutting down. I see empty warehouses. I see that there might be a major law in the books that says you pay for your own water, you bring it in, you bring in your own electricity, don't you take it from the city, and it just doesn't work out. Will Melania get pregnant again this year by poopy pants? Oh God, no, I can't even think about it. Yeah, I think she's too old. Isn't she in her 50s? Will there be a global blackout this summer? It's predicted on some YouTube channels. Let's take a look, see. Global blackout summer. There's a lot of people wanting to make something happen. We're going to kind of change our attitude about certain things, but there's definitely going to be, I don't know about global blackout, but something globally that's going to make people really shook up. It's not the end of times or anything, but look at this. It's justice. Oh God, Iran wants Trump so badly. They're just biting at the bits. They just want to take him out. It's really interesting that he can even go to one of his golf courses because they are after him. Will Congress save Social Security by having billionaires pay a small tax? The billionaires are going to get hit when we get the new president. They can't do anything now, not while Trump's in office. But they can't get rid of Social Security because this Congress won't let them. Mrs. Orange seems to be MIA. Has she left the country? You know, I wouldn't doubt it because I know this whole Epstein, she went up there and said, I never knew Epstein. I know nothing. And now they're showing all kinds of pictures of her with Ghislaine and Epstein standing together. Oh, but she didn't know him. Right. How did we get here? Kathy wants to know. Good question, Kathy. How did we get here, Rome? Talk to me. Something as prophesied. This was something we were supposed to go through. He stands in Satan's course. That's what I just heard. He's ripped us down. We were going along too comfy, too many oligarchs, too many ugly, you know what I'm saying? That MAGA just turned into this real ugly thing. And he was encouraging his people to take over national parks. He's going to, I guess they're going to do something in New York. They're doing something, a bunch of money went, and he wants his name. Anything that puts, go ahead. Yeah, say you'll put your name on it. Because anything with Trump's name is going to be ripped out. Trust me on this. It's not going to last long. How did we get here? Because he lied, we believe the man with the forked tongue. And he lied, and these people thought he was really going to help them out. Now they're finding out. Remember what they said to me when he won? I said, why? They said his people need to know who he really is. And he's showing them who he really is. I mean, right now the stock market's dropping. The price of gas is going up again. And it's really hitting everybody at home. People can't get health care. We just have to hang in there, you guys. Just hang in there. By the end of this year, we should be back on track. Yeah, whatever. Mike Johnson announced Social Security and Medicare will stop in 2027 if they win the midterms. No, they're not going to win the midterms. I can guarantee it. And, you know, you start announcing that out loud, what over 65-year-old is going to vote for a review. Will Paramount lose money for showing the fight on Sunday? Absolutely, yes. That whole thing's going to be a nothing burger. I just don't see anybody happy. I just don't feel it's anything. Will Palestine ever find peace? Yes, I'm so sorry. It's got to wait a little bit longer because Netanyahu's going down. Interesting. Gary says, how messy are things going to get after the midterms? When the GOP lose seats, Taco is going to yell the elections were rigged, like he's doing with California right now. Although, if you know where they count the ballots, it's glass. You can come and watch. If anybody saw something untoward, they were even telling people, if you see anybody doing something, let us know. Yeah, right. Whatever. I heard something, Lisa's saying, I heard something today that I had never thought about. Someone said that the reason all those Republicans go along with Trump is because China is paying said Republicans $1 million a year to vote for everything Trump wants. No, I don't see them doing that. It can be linked back. I don't see it. It would be Netanyahu paying something, but he doesn't have the money anymore. Janine said, does Mr. Fancy Pants get embarrassed when his traveling nurse has to change his diaper? No, he doesn't even think twice about it. He absolutely acts like one of my sons when he was a baby and crept like a grown man, and I was dying over there, and acts like, yeah, hurry up, move on. No, he doesn't care. Did you see that thing where he was walking by that post and you could audibly hear him passing gas? It could have been AI, I don't know, but it was pretty loud. Do you think we will have a 7.0 in California this year? Northern or southern? I felt something southern. Now, as you know, there was a good sized one in the Philippines. They started off saying it was an 8. They always go down. They bring up high. But California is susceptible. But, you know, I was in a 6.7 and caused a Ricky Deek bridge to break. It can cause damage, but the good news is a lot of houses out here are wood frame with nails, and it moves much better. Bricks, excuse me, and concrete can be a worry. What? Golden Chariot said state election officials could soon face a stark choice. Hand over voter lists to the Trump administration or risk losing Postal Service delivery. No, because they'll fight in court and they'll win. The other thing I saw we're going to hear about within the next few months, he's not getting anywhere with trying to stop paying E. Jean. He's not getting anywhere. Eventually, he will try not to pay it. It might be that he's gone and the state has to pay it, but he's going to have to pay it. They're getting ready to build more border wall through the Big Bend National Park and the surrounding areas. Do you think it will get done? No. Remember the wall? I'm building the border wall and Mexico's going to pay for it. And it was very half-assed, a little piece here and there. Nothing he's doing is going to happen. He won't get his face on the big in Montana, you know, with or is it North Dakota or whatever. He's not going to get that. You know who else is going down? Is Kristi Noem. I just saw her having a sit before Congress. I see it, attorneys. I see her being sued. And you know, it's interesting when Trump goes down, people are like, well, you know, I was forced to do this. Yeah, that's what they said in the Nuremberg trials. We had to do it because Hitler said we did, and that's no excuse. Will ICE in New York be brutal? I see. Who's that guy that's the mayor? They're going to try to get brutal, but I see them being able to stop them. Might even be the New York Police Department that works against them. I see a lot of people going undercover, hiding. You know, they said they would get rid of the bad people, and they just don't care. They're getting rid of anybody. So, well, thank you, you guys. I'll be back again. Tomorrow's Thursday. Can you believe time is flying? Tomorrow's Thursday, so I'll be doing 3-card for members. I think I'm doing GHIJKL, 3 p.m. Pacific on live YouTube. All right. Love you all. I'll catch you again. And I'll be posting more for if I didn't catch your question, I'll go back and try to do another one asking some of those. Okay, love you guys. Talk later.